Hey guys, John with JRSP, Johnson Rally Self Protection. As usual, it's burning up in this garage. I just got off work, got off work a little while ago, but it feels like I'm still out there. We ride around on zero turns. We do a lot of lawn care, like at the park, because it's summertime here in Florida. It's constantly raining. I spend a lot of time on a lawn crew as well, so when I'm not park rangering, I'm on a lawnmower, or I got a weed eater, or I got two 4 gallon backpack sprayer strapped to my back, or whatever, trying to fight down these weeds in the grass. Because I mean, every single day it's jumping up. It's crazy how high that it gets. I mean, then it rains and it just jumps up super high. So we got to stay on top of it in order for it not to get away from us. Because I mean, hey, you let it go for a couple of days, it's gonna be like freaking, chest high. So I was just riding around today. We've been spraying all week. I've been, well, we're shorthanded. Um, and so I've been spending more time with the lawn crew to help catch them up on their spraying. But anyhow, today we are talking about, we did the four Seardo palm thrust. Now we're starting out with the four Seardo hammerfist strikes. And the one we're going to start out with is, of course, the inward hammerfist strike. There's four hammerfist strike that we just use. I mean, in other systems, there's going to be a bunch more techniques. Seardo isn't a system designed to have a bunch of techniques. It's designed to have, a few good techniques. And that's what, it's just like I've said it in other videos, just like Bruce Lee said. I don't fear the man who's trained in 1,000 techniques. I fear the man who's trained one technique 1,000 times. And it's because the man who's trained one technique 1,000 times can do like 1,000 different things with that one technique. Where the man who's trained 1,000 techniques, hey, yeah, he's got 1,000 techniques in his arsenal, but is he really a master of any of them? And that's the mindset of Seardo. We wanted to have a few good techniques that you could basically get real efficient at, and be able to use them for in a bunch of different ways when you had to. And that's how it is with our hammers. So we got four different hammers. Four, it's like 10, four hammer strikes. And we're starting out with the inward hammer fist strike. And now I always try and say this, and this goes for the palms and any other technique we show going forward. Nothing that I show has a true destination. Like when I'm saying, yeah, we're doing this strike, and I like hitting up in the head. I'm not saying that that's where that strike has to go. And a matter of fact, this inward hammer fist strike, for me personally, this is just my own personal preference, and where I saw that it worked good. And maybe it'll work good for you there, maybe it won't. But wherever you can get it in, it's like I say, Seardo, simple, effective, aggressive, realistic. That's what Seardo, or the simple, effective, aggressive, realistic way. That's what Seardo stands for. So one of the most important things is aggression in that, and nothing's going to work if you're not aggressive. But where I like to put this right here, I like to say, and this is just years of practice and study, is how I came to this conclusion. But say I'm coming in, and I come in with my one of my palm thrusts right here, and his head snaps back in an ideal world, and he's open. Okay, he's got his elbows flared up and out. His floating ribs are not being protected. And, his focus is so far from that, because he's got my palm like smashing his nose into his skull. Well, so say he's in this type of position right here. Now I can freaking float this inward hammer into the body, like that right there. Okay, not everything is a shot going to the head, because what you have to understand, and what a lot of people, what a lot of self-defense gurus and stuff, I see it all the time on YouTube and whatnot, everybody teaching you to be an expert and whatever. What a lot of these so-called experts don't ever talk about is that this is a small target, okay? It's gonna be a lot of times moving, like you see in like those videos where people are fighting in the street, and it's usually black guys, and they're going way back, and they're doing this type of stuff right here because they don't want to get hit. You know, it's like if you watch any type of street fight or like a lot of fight, this is hard to hit. Okay, a lot of times in boxing, fights will go the distance, and I mean, maybe you'll get one lucky shot in there. Maybe you'll get some shots, but not only is this hard to hit, this is hard to hit in the right place to actually knock someone out and finish the fight. Okay, so when people are teaching you to be a headhunter, like they're kind of setting you up for failure because this is a super small target, and like compared to the torso, the human torso right here, this is a big target. Okay, this is harder to get out of the way of a strike. You know, so if I'm lucky enough to get that palm in there, right there, now I can eat those ribs up. And yeah, and somebody commented a stupid comment in the comment sections. Like I say, I'm not always going to respond to the comments, but like I kind of sounded British there. Like, but somebody was like, "Oh, it's like a British Kamaru Usman or whatever." It's like I'm not British. I've never been British in my life. You know, I'm a Black American, born and raised in Florida, and but that did sound kind of British when I was hitting him right there. Like, so maybe I guess I can see where he's coming from. But anyhow, so that's the technique, guys. You know, it's the inward hammer fist strike. You know, it can. I like to use it down here for the body, basically. For me, it's usually 9 times out of 10 going to be a body strike. You know, but it can come up top. You know, it can absolutely do it. But we have a better technique for that, for coming up top. So, hey guys, this is John with JRSP. Always remember that, you know, the world is a big place and the dangers are all very real. And whenever you can, it's better just to walk away, you know. So, y'all take it easy. Be safe out there.